A few years ago I went on a week organised bus tour of the sites of the First World War. One of the first places we visited was the Tyne Cot Cemetery, just outside Ypres, which you can see in the distance. The size of it is astonishing. Having a look around, I came across quite a few gravestones of soldiers from the Lincolnshire Regiment, some unknown and some whose names and age were recorded. The Lincolnshire 10th Regiment suffered heavy losses here, as I have already reported in a feature in the first edition of Made in Lincoln, UK. One interesting feature was an audio recording that never ends and recites the names and ages of the fallen soldiers in the cemetery.
Ronald Campbell McLachlan, age 45. Charles Victor Child, age 32. Francis Joseph Woodlock, age 23.
We visited numerous cemeteries and memorial sites, and on one of them you can still see the original trenches from the First World War, which gives you an impression of what it would have looked like. This is a Vimy Ridge monument, which I found truly monumental in the size and design. The statue is exuding loss and sorrow. On the walls is inscribed all the names of all those who fell. With the angels high up in the heavens, and a statue of a grieving widow standing, overlooking the battlefield. The Lochnagar Crater Memorial. This is a result of mining under the German lines and placing a large amount of explosives at the beginning of an assault on their lines. It is massive. There were a lot of these craters created at the time, but only just a few have remained, and others have been filled in. Then we moved on to visit a German cemetery, which I found rather underwhelming and rather basic. The crosses do not reveal their ages. This is a photo I found in one of the museums I visited, centre of Arras as it looked in the war. And this is what it looks like today after they had rebuilt it. This Commonwealth Memorial is massive, but the French authorities did not want it to be any bigger than the Eiffel Tower in Paris. This is one of the many little museums in the area, full of artifacts and photographs and weapons. These German cavalry helmets hark back to a Napoleonic period and look rather out of place in what was a modern mechanical war. This is a haunting image of the photos of many of the soldiers who were killed in this horrendous conflict. And here I came across a picture of the very tanks that were made here in Lincoln, preparing for a battle. It was these machines that changed the attrition of the trench warfare and brought the war to an end. This painting I found very touching. A family, a grandmother, a daughter, and a grandchild. 3 generations of mourning widows symbolise the grief and loss of 3 generations during this pointless war.